Hello, welcome back to my Vlogtober of 2023. My name is Martina and I am a knitter based in Germany. This is episode, I think, 7, and we are nearing the end of our Vlogtober, well, of our October. We finally got into the point in Germany where we have well, you can say the autumny weather. It's mostly raining and the clouds are never leaving the sky, but also the leaves finally change the colors, so it's nice to look at, even if it's nice to be outside actually. Right now I am outside on our tiny little balcony. We have with one of my plants and my Farah shawl. I've already talked about this shawl. It's something I test knitted for Florence Spurling from Florence Spurling Knitting Studio. I saw a test knit call and wanted to take a part, and she actually picked me, so I had a chance to knit this beauty. It's an inlay technique, and I actually used a yellow color because I wanted something autumny, something that would remind me of fall. But now when I look at it again, I would probably choose different colors, maybe like a black base color and then the accent colors, maybe, well, you can choose whatever color you want if you have the base color black. Yes, anyways, I still love it, I still wear it, it's really warm. I knitted it in Alize Angora Gold, which is I think 75% acrylic and 15% wool or alpaca, I'm not sure, I will have to look it up and put it on the screen. And it's really warm, it's toasty, it's amazing. Underneath I'm also wearing a woolly sweater, so I'm nice. Nothing is bothering me, unless it starts to rain. It has been raining most of the days. Well, we spend half of the day at work anyways, but still it's not really ideal if you are coming home and it's constantly raining. That's also the fact why I didn't record any video. I was just not in the mood to be cheery and kind of laid back during the podcast, so I decided not to record an episode. I apologize for any sounds that you might hear, because after all, this is a street that I'm recording on. We do not have like an enclosed balcony. It's quite open, and in Germany it's normal, so everyone sees you. We don't have the means to make our balcony more, well, secluded, you can say. We just use it to occasionally sit outside. We are not smokers, so we don't see the point in it. Yes. I have some updates on my knitting projects that I would like to show you. First of them is this sock that I've been knitting on for some time now, and I still cannot finish it because it has gotten quite boring and repetitive for me. But I took it to work with me. I have like 30-minute lunch break, so I usually knit during those 30 minutes. Not every day, but anytime I have time. So I made this progress. I'm using my progress keeper that I made. I have loads of them, so I made, well, a few rounds 2-3 centimeters, maybe an inch. Yeah, maybe 4 centimeters. I'm slowly running out of the first ball of yarn that I have for this project. I had 2 balls of yarn and the one is nearly gone, so I'm really happy that I will basically get rid or use up this yarn. Otherwise it would just sit in my yarn closet and never be used. So that was the first project. I'm knitting it for my colleague. He has quite a large size. He's 43, so that's 26.5 centimeters in length, and he wants the high socks, so I still have a lot to knit, and I think that's why it's quite off-putting for me, because I have to knit a lot and it's just stockinette and a simple rip on half of the stitches. So yeah, that was the first project I made some progress on. I'm leaving the MKAL oh, nearly to the end. Yeah, for any spoilers. Okay, excuse me, there was some noise that could and you wouldn't hear anything except for the noise. The second project that I made some progress is my half and half triangle shawl. Well, you can see the progress keeper, so I made a few rows. We went on a trip to France. Well, it's basically not a trip, we go there every 2 weeks just to stock up on some household products like shampoos and washing detergents and so on. So I took it to the car and just knitted on it. I usually do make quite a progress during the car rides, but sometimes, and especially these days, I'm not feeling like knitting a lot. I don't know why. Something is taking its toll on me and I'm not sure what's the problem. I think I will need some vitamin D or supplements and I will be fine, but still it's not a good feeling. I will knit on this some. So we went to France, and it's a small town on the border with Germany in Alsace called Colmar, which we really love. It's beautiful, quite picturesque. Everywhere you can see the small houses. I think I still have some footage of when we went to Colmar last time. There was some kind of I think like a festival, so I think I took some footage. If not, I surely took heaps of photos, so I'll put in some so you can look at the beauty. And it's full of tourists from all of the countries. You can pick a country, you will find a tourist. So I did knit on the road there, not too much, but I still tried. And yes, I'm not really trying to be fast with this one. It's just a comfort knit for me, because it's just stuck in a it's a garter stitch where you basically knit all of your rows. So I'm just knitting away while watching some TV, or when I do not want to or maybe when I want to think about something else and I need to turn off the outer world. So yes, that's when I knit on this one, and I do knit it in acrylic yarn, because I tend to give my blankets a lot of use. I picked this yarn in Teddy. which is like a local shop, German shop, chain of shops, where they sell everything, and I mean everything. You can find anything you need in there. So I picked this one, which is called Unicorn, in this beautiful shade, and also this, which is brushed acrylic, and it's gray, bluish gray color. So yeah, they have quite a huge meterage. I think it's like 450 meters. So I just need 2 or 3 for this, and it will be done. Yes. What I decided to start and try out is, even with this Farah shawl, I had a lot of ends to either cut or weave in, but still I had a lot of leftover small tiny bits of yarn, which are mainly woolly or blends of wool, and I usually use wool blends for my knits. So I decided to keep all of my scraps, and I do keep them in this jar, which is slowly but surely filling out. And after it's full, well, when there's at least 100 grams, I will card it and spin it on a spindle. I think I will be able to, well, get at least a few grams, at least 50 grams till Christmas, because I have a lot of projects that I would like to knit on. So I thought during the Christmas break, which is from 23rd till 30th, yes, till 1st of January, we are going to Munich. And I decided I will take my scraps and I will card and spin my new yarn. So it will be all of the colors I used during the, well, year, you can say year, because I have a lot of ends that I kept in my project bags, and I just didn't know what to do with them. So I will use them up maybe for some special project. Yeah, that might be nice. Even on this one I still have some ends that I need to weave in cut. So I will add to the jar, to my scrap jar. So we are getting to the elephant in the room, which is my MKAL, and I have to say I do not really want to knit on it too fast, and that's why, spoiler, I am just here with the section 3. See, I will show it to you like this. I didn't make much progress on it because I do enjoy knitting this fabric, this pattern. I was watching a podcast from Jana from Finnish Knitting Stories, and she said that it reminded her of some like vintage patterned things in her granny's house, I think. And for me it reminded me of some scarves that my mom knitted us when we were little. I just remember the texture of the scarf, and I do not want to knit on it too fast. I do not want it to end the section. I know I still have the other section to knit, but still I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Also, I do love the other side, the wrong side, as much as I like the right side. So yes, I am taking it slow, although from the other side I do have the urge to show my finished shawl like a lot of people has already shown. But yeah, I will embrace the slow pace and finish it in my own time. It's warm It's really warm. Anytime I knit on it, it's big enough to be a lap blanket now, at least for me. So I'm basically just covered in it anytime I knit, and I'm getting warm. Our house, it's quite isolated, insulated, and it's constant 23 degrees inside, unless you open the windows, and then it drops to like 17, but otherwise it's quite warm and hot. So I just take it up during the nights. This weekend we are changing back to the winter time, so night will be coming sooner. In here it can be dark at 3:30 easily. So for me this is the time when I knit a lot. It's the knitting prime time, you can say, and I will be enjoying my stays on the couch with some coffee or hot cocoa, tea. Yes, I enjoy this time a lot. That's why I always say I would like to live on Svalbard. Half a year of night and half a year of light. It's the perfect time for me. I enjoy it. I've been once to, well, I studied in Russia and we went to St. Petersburg. During the white nights we spent there a week and it was amazing because it was constant light. So I yeah, I enjoy it. I have the perfect memories from there. It's not only because it was kind of a school trip with our friends. So the St. Petersburg, not Russia. So I really loved it and I always say I will go back. But now with the situation, I'm not sure I ever will. But we will see. We will see. We never know. Yes, maybe it will settle down. Maybe the World War III will start. We will see. So I love this. Also, I did watch the Clue 4, and I have to say, I didn't expect to be a crescent shape of a shawl. I thought it would be a triangular shawl. So it kind of cancels my plans of making two of them, like mirroring each other and making one huge blanket out of it. So I will just stick to a shawl, and I think after that I will pick up some sections that I like and make a blanket out of it, because I really like this and I want a whole huge blanket out of it. Maybe I will even put in some fleece to the bottom side so it doesn't get torn or anything, because with these floats, they're quite long and I usually have long nails and I do rip a lot of my yarn and a lot of my sweaters, so I'm usually always mending or always cleaning some stains, because I am a messy eater also, so I always have something to mend or repair. Yes. This weather, this is one of my last projects that are under construction, you can say. And right now I just have black mass. This weather asks for huge, comfortable, something like a Swedish or Nordic kofta style sweater, but actually not being a kofta, you know, a cardigan. No, not a cardigan, but a sweater. I know there's a lot of patterns out there, you know, all those Nordic styles, but I'm not from Nordic country, so I thought, why not make a sweater with the patterns of the traditional clothes from my country, and especially from well, my part of Slovakia, which is red and white. I'm not a fan of white, but I'm a fan of black and also red. They are usually made out of well, kind of strange patterns. I will show it to you. I'm pretty sure everyone saw these because they repeat throughout the whole Slavic population. Everyone uses them, everyone uses them. It's quite normal. But I would like to make a specific one. In my area, the people usually wore the color work around here, and it was connected in here and on the sleeves. It didn't have any color work anywhere else, but it's not such a good thing for a sweater. You know, it's not nice. I couldn't imagine it. Maybe it would work, but I just didn't want to risk it. So I took up a pattern from well, my town was part of Morava, which is now in Czech Republic, because the borders are just there. So they have the traditional like paintings and everything that's also the same as in my town. Not my part of Slovakia, but my town especially. So I will be doing that. It's these colorful flowers. I will put them here. Motifs, and I will make a yoke that's going like this, and it will also have like a part around the cuffs, and maybe well, you can make it or you do not, part also here next to the ribbon. And I cannot decide whether it will be an inlay technique or if it will be an actual color work, because I want to use mohair. This is drops brushed alpaca, kid silk, drops kid silk, yes, which is brushed alpaca in black. I do love my black sweaters. I have a lot of them. Some of them are already retired. So in here in Germany I have only few sweaters, so I have space to knit some more, and I think this will be quite an addition to my wardrobe, like a staple. And I decided I want to write pattern, so I will need a few people to test knit in other sizes. I will grade it. I will actually write it down, and we will see. We will see. It will be charted. I still have to decide whether it will be an inlay technique like this one, when the yarn is not, the contrast yarn is not being knitted with, it's just there to lay in between the stitches and make the picture fuller. And I will explain why, because the paintings and the motifs that I will use, they need to look like they are higher, you know, like embroidered. I didn't want to go and embroider a whole painting on the sweater, but I think this would be nice. Also with a yoke structure it will be quite interesting to do in such a huge scale. Yes, so I will use this, which is soft. I like it's lightweighted. You see, it's really thin. The yarn is amazing. It has an amazing halo. I am knitting this on 5.5 millimeter needles, so it will be also knitted on 5.5 millimeter needles, and it will be a basic raglan with a yoke, well, a yoked colorwork yoked raglan with increases, so knitted top down, with the sleeves being knitted separately, and you can knit it in any yarn you want, but I do recommend to make it like an outer layer, you can say. Yes, so if anyone is interested in making one and actually being a test knitter for a project, this is not the actual sweater I'm planning. It's an old sweater, an old jumper I was making, and I do not like it anymore. I decided to make it in other colors, so I will use up this kit silk for my new project that I am quite excited for, and I might just cast it on, do all of the charts. I do need to spend a lot of time doing the charts, and then I can start knitting up. So if you are up for something you've never, well, you cannot see yet, you know, just much like with this mystery, just write me a message. If you want to wait for it and see it, yes, of course, I will be searching for some test knitters on Instagram as soon as it's finished, so you can look it up there and just wait for me to put up the test call. It should be done in like few weeks if I'm working on it, but I will be mainly working on this and my mystery and my sock. Well, this is my work project, this is my sofa project, and this will be my you know, the serotonin project, you can say. Yes, so I will have to rip it out. This jumper I already separated for the front and back, but I planned for this jumper to be knitted from bottom up, and I do not like the construction I made, because in my frenzy I forgot that I need to knit the sleeves first. When I knit from bottom up, I do like to finish my sleeves and then just continue doing the decreases, so it's kind of nicer than if you are picking up for the sleeve. Well, this one, it's a saddle shoulder, you can see. You just make increases on the shoulder first, and then you make increases on the body. This technique you can also use if you have a color work that's going from here to the sleeve. You can also make a sleeve and then just this flap, and then you make, you know, like the front part, the back part, and then you put it together and make the ribbing. So that's also a construction which I would like to explore someday with some patterns I will be doing. Yes, I do prefer to draft up my sweaters because I have a big bust, and most of the sweaters are not looking flattering on my body type, so I do need to work with increases, short rows, and just play it around until it fits. So, excuse me, that was some neighbors that came out on a balcony, and the Germans, they are quite curious, but you can also say nosy people. They do not well, how can I say it, like, respect privacy. I do also realize that I'm sitting on a balcony, but for example in my country I cannot see my neighbors from my balcony, you know? Here I can see all of my neighbors, so that's quite a culture shock for me. Yes, so right now I will be ripping out the old sweater, and we can chat about news or if anything happened, because after all this is the vlogmas, not vlogmas, we are still too far from it, the Vlogtober, and I was also thinking about the plans after Vlogtober. I did start my we will call it YouTube journey thanks to Vlogtober, because it was the first time I was like, no, I will do it. I will sit in front of camera and talk to, well, no one, but just imagine there are people behind the screen actually listening. Yeah, I might have to freeze this one. Yeah, so after the Vlogtober is finished, I think I will continue with weekly updates on my knitting. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not a fast knitter. I do enjoy my knits. I do like to knit on them slowly, and that's why it's kind of scaring me that I will not have enough of content to show people. And then I was watching Fruity Knitting. I'm pretty sure everyone knows, every one of you know them. It's a lovely podcast. They are also based in Germany, and I love them. I adore them. I saw one of those first episodes all those years back, and then I lost the name of the podcast and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then a few years back I found them again. Yeah, and since then I'm watching. It's a huge inspiration for me, and I know it's a different kind of format they're doing, because they have like a few sections, and they always make an interview, and a lot of work goes into these podcasts, which is unbelievably amazing. But they're, you know, you see 1, 2, 3 projects an episode, and I'm like, yeah, you see, like, people are not that fast knitters, so it's okay, go slowly. And then I'm watching Jana from Finnish Knitting Stories, or I'm watching Knitting Traditions, and they're knitting up so fast. Yeah, with Jana it's usually like, oh hey, it's Monday, I just cast it on, and on Wednesday she's finished. I cannot. I don't have that much of a time. It might change. Maybe it will change, but yeah, we will see. We will see. I would need a lot more time, and I physically do not have that much of a time. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I do enjoy these small talks every few days. Well, now it will be every few weeks, but it doesn't matter. It's still amazing to be able to talk to someone who's also knitting. I do enjoy all of the comments. I'm thankful for everyone who follows, comments, and writes me messages. It's you cannot imagine just how happy it makes me. But also my incredible ADHD and anxiety makes me not to respond to the messages as soon as I see them. I do respond in my head, and then I actually convince myself I did respond to you, but I did not. And then I find the message 2 weeks later, and I'm like, oh no, I did not respond, and I do have to respond actually. So I apologize to everyone that I didn't respond to. I will, I promise, I will respond. Yes. I am aware that I am coming to you every time from a different place. And I mean, like, I'm always sitting in a different place. Not that we are traveling, but here in Germany, I do not have like a nice corner where I can sit and also have light. So yes, I'm still searching for my vlogging corner. I will have to find it, or just buy some lights and do it like that. Because every time you can see me from a different place. Also, it's not really comfortable because I have to switch around and carry around all of the projects that I have, and it takes some planning. Otherwise I would have to make 2 or 3 trips. Yes. So we will see. Maybe we will get an armchair or something, but I'm not sure it will fit in the house. And I am actually a car, and I am actually talking too much, so it's a sign that I should finish up and just go back to the drawing board and start on my sweater, because I love this texture. It's so warm, and I think with the color work it will be really pretty. It will pop. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to show it to you, because it's amazing. Also, this yarn, it stretches a lot. That's why I think it has a lot of stretch. Also, basically no memory. So if it stretches, it just stretches. You will have to manually stretch it back. So it will grow a lot. Oh, and it fell. So I think that inlay technique will be better because it will hold it together. Yes, but I will have to think about it, and maybe I will change it completely, but I think you will see. The next time we will see each other, it will be probably on Wednesday, because it's the 1st of November, and November is my birthday month. I'm having my birthday in November, and maybe I will make a birthday costume. Maybe, we will see. I do not like my birthdays, I do not celebrate my birthdays, but it's still there. I do appreciate when someone remembers, but I'm not huge on like, yeah, partying or going out drinking. We do not drink basically at all. So yeah, it's just a normal day. Yeah, and my birthday comes on Friday, and we are in the afternoon shift, so no big deal. There are birds flying over my head, and I'm afraid they will poop on me, so excuse me. Yes, so November will be quite exciting for me in the terms of knitting, because I will be working on this, and it's quite a challenge. Yeah. I did design quite a lot of sweaters and also some color work sweaters, also some sweaters that I did in Tarsha with, but not like this. Not like this, like, because I have the vision, I see it in my head, so I do not want to disappoint myself. Yes, so maybe it will turn out even better, maybe not, but we will have to live with it and make another version. We will see. So, have a nice day, drink your tea, coffee, anything warm and nice. Also, if you're from Australia, drink something cold. Yeah, and have a nice day, and bye. See you the next time.